Hey guys, Barry Page here with your Tuesday tip, Financial Wisdoms, how to make money, buy low and sell high. At some point, most people ponder how they can make money without earning it from their job. And while the old saying, buy low, sell high sounds easy enough, it's really hard financial advice to follow. For instance, right now, the stock markets are at an all-time high. But do you think the average person is selling now? The short answer is no. Well, maybe it's time to take some money off the table. And I'm going to share with you today a better way to make money. If you listen to the great investors, they all say, don't lose money. Why do you think most people don't follow that advice? Warren Buffett's rules of investing. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. It seems like everybody's looking for a shortcut to striking it rich, but there really isn't one. And what makes it worse is that the timing, trying to time the market, it's a lot more complex than it seems. In the real world, timing doesn't compare to time in. With consistent compounding of your money, compounding, adds another dimension. And if your money is compounding consistently on a regular basis, timing really isn't all that important. Now, sure, everybody wants to own the asset that goes up dramatically in value and sell it at the perfect time for huge profits. But the reality is most people don't. You can't time the markets. However, you can take advantage of opportunities in the markets to buy when prices are low. That's if you have the liquidity, access, and control of your money. Some people argue, well, I'm dollar cost averaging. I'm putting money in on a regular basis, whether the markets are up or the market's down. So time is not important. I hear that argument all the time. And that's because that's what a lot of the financial advisors are telling them to do. That's almost laughable when you consider that just means a regular contribution to their 401k every pay period. And when you consider that it's made into the same fund with the same wealth manager, it's really ridiculous. So what if you could learn to buy the opportunities? Buying opportunities means just researching and being patient until the right time to buy comes along, the right opportunity. And it doesn't have to mean a stock. It doesn't have to mean investing in the market like we're told. And, the funny thing is most people will wait 20 to 40 years before their contributions to their 401k and their IRA before they even have access to the money. Yet they can't wait a month or a year on the right time to buy. What about selling for profits? So I ask people this question all the time. How do you actually make money? How do you realize a gain in the markets? How do you make a profit? And rarely do people say when I sell or when the timing is right. Most people just invest blindly into these mutual funds where they just turn their money over to someone else and hope for the best. But the problem is most of the financial advisors don't really have a clue themselves either. They're just selling what their company or what the mutual fund that they have their clients vested in based on maybe a few fact-finding questions, if they're aggressive or if they're conservative. And then they just hope for the best. They wait until they retire, and they hope that the markets are up at that point. But what if the markets are down? So that's the problem. Typical investors really just have a herd mentality. And they see a stock pick on the morning or weekend news shows, and they go out, maybe they invest a little on their own outside of their qualified plan. And they just do really what other people are doing. And so there's a lot of other factors involved, psychological factors. We get emotional. We really act irrationally. And on the surface, I know it sounds real easy to buy low and sell high, but that's really what it takes to make a profit. That's arbitrage. That's business. And so a huge part of smart investing is psychological. And though everyone wants to buy low and sell high, we really have these fears, these innate fears, and we have a fear of missing out. So it's just our instinct. When we hear the market is falling, it's natural instinct to want to sell at that time. Or if we hear that the market is going up, again, our instincts tell us to buy, but that's really the wrong time, because that's when everyone else is, and we're buying at the highest time. So unfortunately, most people continue to make these mistakes over and over because they don't have the patience and the discipline to learn and prepare for buying and selling opportunities. Robert Kiyosaki said, "You're only poor if you give up. The most important thing is that you did something." Most people only talk and dream of getting rich. You've done something. So he wrote the best-selling book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I highly recommend you read this book if you really want to learn how to think outside the box about financing and investing. So we have to learn from our mistakes, and it's even better if you can learn from other people's mistakes. And don't be afraid to fail. You only fail when you don't learn from the mistakes that you've made. So there's literally infinite ways to make money. And the markets are just one complicated way to make money that involve a lot of risk and a lot of uncertainty. Here's the three most profitable ways that people make money outside of the markets and just outside of their job or their contribution to a qualified plan. The number one is business. Tons of types of businesses, and you can start a business literally today from home on your computer. Real estate is a popular way that's been around for a long time. There's an old saying, they're not making any more of it. The problem, with the real estate is there's still a lot of uncertainties, and it is based on markets. Stocks are, again, a popular way that people do invest and make money. But again, there's a lot of risk involved, and most people aren't doing it the way the great investors actually recommend or suggest that you invest in the market. So what is the best way to make money? There's one investment that supersedes all others. Invest in yourself. That's from Warren Buffett. And that's really a better way to make money. It's a simple and it's a practical way. And you don't have to take unnecessary risk if you follow a plan, a course of action that allows for your money to compound and allows for it uninterrupted. So that way, possibly you could invest, you could buy at the right time because you have access to capital when you invest in yourself. And then you can sell again at the opportune time, maybe when the market is at an all-time high like it is today, or maybe when real estate markets are high, or whatever the asset that you own at that particular time, you wait for the right time, okay? So that's it for today. If you'd like to learn more about what I do, or if you'd like to start earning profits on your own, just let me know. Use the comment section below, make a comment here, or just contact me through social media. I'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legacy Money, and follow us on social media. So until next time, I'm your life advocate, and I'll see you then. Take care.